Hi. So today we want to talk a little bit more about unleashing your uniqueness. And so we were talking about how your unique abilities, your thoughts, you are like no one else. There's not another you on the face of this earth, nor will there ever be. And so, why is it important to unleash your uniqueness? Why is it important to understand who you are, your likes, your dislikes, your goals, your values, your dreams? It is important because when you know who you are, you understand what you're about. You understand the things that are priority. You're able to make decisions based on the things that you're focused on, and it helps us to eliminate distraction. Today, I want to talk to you a little bit more about your self esteem. Why is that important? Well, self esteem refers to a person's own beliefs and feelings about themselves, about their own worth and value. It also has to do with how you feel when you experience certain things. For instance, let's say you messed up or made a mistake. How does that make you feel? How do you respond? Of course, the initial response is to chide yourself and feel like I needed to do better. I know better. I could have made a better decision, and you can feel disappointed. But is it hard for you to forgive yourself? Is it difficult to move on from that blunder and really give yourself a little chance to do better the next time? A lot of times in our lives, we have this feeling of unworthiness or worthlessness. And sometimes that happens when we make mistakes. All right. But our self esteem is really important. It is important because it influences our choices and our decisions. Our self esteem serves as motivation for us to function. It helps us to really rise up with passion, with clarity. When we don't feel good about ourselves, we're not going to really have that energy. We're not going to really be clear in terms of what we want to do. People with highest self esteem are people who are motivated, who take care of themselves, and persistently strive towards fulfilling their goals and their aspirations. On the other hand, when our self esteem is low, people with lower self esteem, they tend to regard themselves not really worthy of happiness. They expect things not to go right, things to turn out wrong, and most times that expectation happens. I want you to remember this: as a man thinks in his heart, that is who he is. And so if you think that you will achieve something, you will. And if you think that you can achieve it, you won't. There's a saying: people who think they can and people who think they can't are both correct. And so you have to make that decision to believe that you are worthy. Make that decision to believe that you have value. You may be different. Your quirks, your differences, people may find you weird at times, or the way you think about something is unique, but that's what makes you you. So I want to encourage you today to appreciate yourself, keep working on yourself, be kind to yourself, take time to take care of yourself, and really be willing to forgive yourself when you make mistakes. Learn from those mistakes. Be motivated to pursue your goals. Find ways to motivate yourself. Maybe you may have to use things like, daily declarations or whatever it takes to let yourself know and to remember who you are. Think about how you're showing up in the world. Think about how you can make a difference and really focus on making that a reality. All right. So we don't want to really just live our lives. We want to live our lives on purpose. We want to make a difference. And so I want to encourage you today: your characteristics, your strengths, your values, all of that makes you uniquely you. And so love yourself, cut yourself some slack. When you make a mistake, be happy with who you are and work on being better every single day. All right. And so I want to just remind you today that the people that has lower self-esteem, they really take longer to move from the past. They really take longer to get to that place of redefinition, get to that place of saying, okay, I made some poor choices in my life, and that's why I ended up here, but I can make better decisions now. I can turn, I can make a U-turn if it's necessary, a left turn, a right turn, and I can start rewriting the script. So if you love and care about yourself, you're really going to give yourself a chance because you're worth it. You're worth giving yourself that opportunity to do better, to work better, to learn from your mistakes. All right. And so I just want to encourage you today, believe in who you are, flaws and all, and believe that you are capable of anything you put your mind to. Remember the last time you walked into a room? Can you remember that? And you smiled, and it's like it lit up the room, and a total stranger just smiled back at you. Yes, you have power. You have that ability to affect atmospheres. And so, our own disposition, our own thoughts and feelings creates an atmosphere around us. And have you ever been around a very heavy person, negative, and then you leave the presence of that person feeling really heavy, feeling like what went wrong? Why did I even have that conversation? And you feel all messed up on the inside. And it shows us how the way we think affects our environments. It affects the people that we relate to. If you're a mom and you're always angry, then the house that you're in is going to have an atmosphere of anger. And that's the reason why we want to always be working on ourselves and really trying to be, in a better place where our mind or thoughts or dispositions are. So I want to encourage you to really, if it takes reading good books, looking at videos, finding things that will help you to understand the value that you really are, and to improve on your self-esteem if that's something that you need to do. Maybe you find your self-esteem is a little bit low. Many times you feel so uncertain. Sometimes you feel insecure, and you really want to work on it and feel better about yourself. You want to be in a better place physically. Maybe physically you don't feel like I am really looking the way I'm supposed to. I'm not feeling healthy. I'm feeling overweight, or whatever that is. Maybe you just want to have a better abs. Just do whatever it takes, one day at a time. Remember, we talked about taking those steps, those little steps every day. So I want you to really mentally and emotionally think about what it is that I really want in my life. Maybe it's in your health, maybe it's in your relationship, your family, can be in your finances, or some other area of your life, your profession, your career. You really want to work on to see some improvement. Don't let your self esteem be based on your achievements and your failures. Let your self esteem be based upon who you are. You were created for a specific purpose by God. You were created to make a difference. You were created to show up in the world and be the best version of yourself, because there can be no other you. Remember that. So I want you to really remember to show up with confidence and clarity, and really don't let yourself carry that burden of unworthiness. Don't let yourself carry that burden of feeling that you're not good enough, because you're good enough. You have a voice, you matter, your life matter, your voice matters. And so today, I hope that something that I said encouraged you, motivated you, and you're going to take life, really seriously. Take your goals seriously. Take your passion seriously. Take the things that you dream of doing seriously, because if you don't do it, no one else will do it for you. I remember when I was like around 8 years old, I was playing with my family, my little friends, and all of that. And I walked into my grandmother's house, and I heard my great grandmother saying to my grandmother, you know, um, something about my mom. She was very young and she didn't want me, and all of that. And with my young 8-year-old mind, I didn't understand anything about my 18-year-old mom having a career, having a life, having a future, having dreams, and those things, just being devastated finding out that she was going to be a teenage mom. But in my little mind, I just said, wow, I knew my mom never wanted me, and that's the reason why she's always so angry. And so don't judge my mom, because if it was you, you would really be in a similar position, right? Being a teenage mom is hard. Giving up your dreams to have a child takes courage. And I didn't understand all of that. So in my 8-year-old mind, I started thinking my mom doesn't want me. And for a long period in my life, I grew up with a feeling of unworthiness, feeling like I didn't belong. Like I was picking up space. I was making her uncomfortable. I was making her unhappy, sorry. And oftentimes I would just sit in the classroom and just daydream and say, what if I didn't exist? Would the world be a better place? Would she have been more happy? Would she have, achieved her goals? Why did I even come in this world? What am I here for? And very early in my life, around 8 and 9 years old, I started the discovery of trying to find out why I existed. And so that is why I wrote the book, Don't Abort Your Purpose, to help people move past pain and really live with passion, integrity, and intensity. Because, guys, none of us have gotten there as yet. It's just a journey. And every day we just got to keep moving forward on this journey. Every day we got to keep working on this journey. It's going to take consistency. It's going to take hard work. It's going to take confidence. It's going to take courage. But guess what? You were created to win. You've got this.